Welcome students to online teaching program for Standard 9 Subject English. Myself Mrs. B.J. Kulkarni from JDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Today we are going to learn Unit 1 1.5 The Necklace. Mathilde was a pretty and charming girl, born as if by an error of fate into a family of clerks. She had no means of becoming known, understood, loved, or be wedded to an aristocrat. And so she let herself be married to a minor official at the Ministry of Education. Aristocrat means a noble man. She dressed plainly because she had never been able to afford anything better. She suffered endlessly, feeling she was entitled to all the luxuries of life. She suffered because of her shabby, poorly furnished house. Shabby means untidy. All these things that another woman of her class would not even have noticed tormented her and made her resentful. Tormented means experience severe physical or mental suffering. Resentful means feeling or expressing bitterness. She dreamed of a grand palatial mansion with vast rooms and inviting smaller rooms, perfumed for afternoon chats with close friends. Yet, she had no rich dresses, no jewels, nothing, and these were the only things she loved. She wanted so much to charm, to be envied, to be sought after. Envied means desire to have quality things. Sought out means desire about. She had a rich friend, a former schoolmate, and the convent whom she avoided visiting because afterwards she would weep with regret, despair, and misery. Despair means hopeless. One evening, her husband came home with an air of triumph, holding a large envelope in his hand. "Look," he said, "here's something for you." Let us see what was written in the letter. It was an invitation, children. The Ministry of Education, George Ramponneau, requests the pleasure of Mr. and Mrs. Loisel's company at the ministry on the evening of Monday, that is January 18th. Now here, for Mr. and Mrs. we say in English, it is an English term, but here they have used French term. So Mathilde and her husband were invited for a grand party. In fact, both of them, Mr. and Mrs. Loisel, they were going to be the host of the party. That was a grand thing. What? Mr. Loisels, that means husband of Mathilde, who was very happy when he bought the letter from his office. As we know, Mathilde was not always happy in whatever she had. So when she saw the invitation, instead of being delighted, as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation on the table resentfully. Resentfully means very angrily, and muttered, "What do you want me to do with that? And what do you expect me to wear if I go?" In fact, she was not happy to see the invitation. So the husband was very sad listening to her wife's words. He hadn't thought of that. He stammered. Stammered means he was surprised. "Why? The drink, it seems very nice to me." He tried to convince his wife, but she was not at all happy. If any other woman would have been in her place, definitely she would have been more happy because such a golden opportunity Mr. and Mrs. Loisel had got from the education department. She would have rather not missed that. But as we know that Mathilde was not at all happy in whatever she had, so she refused the invitation And seeing the wife unhappy, the husband too was very sad. He stopped, stunned, distressed to see his wife crying. He stuttered, "What's the matter?" "Let's see, Mathilde, how much would a suitable dress cost?" Stunned means unconscious. He was very surprised. He did not want to see the sad or the emotional behavior of his wife. She thought for a moment, computing the cost and also wondering what amount she would ask for without an immediate refusal. On one hand, she did not want to refuse the grand invitation, and on the other hand, she wanted the dress, she wanted the jewels also. At last, she answered hesitantly, "I don't know exactly, but I think I could do it with 400 francs." In short, immediately, within a fraction of a moment, she calculated the amount in her mind, and she immediately told her husband about the price of the dress, whatever she wanted. Poor fellow, after seeing the wife very unhappy, he too started calculating in his mind about the amount what the wife said. He turned a little pale because he had been saving that exact amount to buy a gun for a hunting summer in the country near Nanterre with a few friends. However, he said, "Very well, I can give you 400 francs, but try and get a really beautiful dress." The day of the party drew near, and Madame Louisel seems sad, restless, and anxious, though her dress was ready. One evening, her said to her, "What's the matter? You have been acting strange these last 3 days." Now, as we have seen, Mathilde's dress was also ready. Now, the day of the party drew near and near, but still, instead of being very happy and excited to go to the party, Mathilde was becoming very sad day by day. She replied, "I am upset that I have no jewels, not a single stone to wear. I would rather not go to the party." "You could wear flowers," he said. "They are very fashionable at this time of the year." But still, Mathilde was not at all convinced with whatever she had. In short, it was her nature to be unsatisfied always. The next day, Mathilde went to her friend's house and told her of her distress. She wanted to take the help of her friend if she could help to manage some jewels to wear for the party. So she went to her friend in order to solve her problem. Her friend was Madame Froistier. Mathilde went to her. When she told about her problem, Madame Froistier went to her mirrored wardrobe, took out a large box, brought it back, opened it, and said to Madame Louisel, "Choose, my dear." In fact, Madame Froistier was very helping personality. She was a very helping friend to Mathilde. So she did, without any hesitation, she told Mathilde to choose any of the jewel, whatever she wanted, from the box. She had variety of jewels, necklaces, and bracelets. In fact, Mathilde was very much confused what to choose. Let us see what type of jewel Mathilde chose for her party and whether Mrs. Froistier agrees to whatever she had chosen. First, Mathilde saw some bracelets, then a pearl necklace. In fact, she was more confused what to wear and what to lend from the friend. She tried on the jewellery in the mirror. In short, Mathilde was very much greedy. She kept asking, "You have nothing else?" In fact, Mrs. Froistier had variety of jewellery in her box, but still, here also, Mathilde was not at all happy. She said, "Why, yes, But I don't know what you like. Suddenly, she discovered in a black satin box a superb diamond necklace, and her heart began to beat with uncontrolled desire. Yes, that was exactly Mathilde wanted to wear for a party, and at last she got it. Her hands trembled as she took it. She fastened it around her neck and stood lost in ecstasy as looked at herself. She was very much happy and she decided that whatever she wanted, it was a right jewel. Ecstasy means joyful or excitement. Mathilde was very much happy to see the necklace around her neck. Then she asked anxiously, "Lend me this? Just this?" "Why, yes, of course." She threw her arms around her friend's neck rapturously, then fled with her treasure. In fact, she was very much happy that the friend lended her whatever she wanted. Rapturously means with a great joy. Now, Mathilde was very much happy. At last, the day of the party arrived. Whatever she expected, she had a beautiful dress and she had a wonderful necklace to wear for the party. She was prettier than all the other women, elegant, gracious, smiling, and full of joy. She danced wildly with passion, forgetting everything in the triumph. Triumph means victory of her beauty and success, floating in a cloud of happiness. Mathilde and her husband left at about 4 o'clock in the morning. When they were finally in the street, they could not find a cab. In fact, Mathilde and her husband were the last one to leave the party, as they were the host. Both of them were very happy. Everyone wanted to dance with Mathilde. At last, they walked down towards the scene till they found one. They were dropped off at their door in the Rue des Martyrs, and sadly, it was all over for her. At last, the day ended. In front of the mirror, she took a final look at herself in all her glory. She wanted to see at last in the mirror. Before removing her necklace, she wanted to see how beautiful she looked in the party today. But suddenly, she uttered a cry. She no longer had the necklace around her neck. What is the matter?" asked her husband. She turned towards him, panic-stricken. I no longer have Madame Froistier's necklace." He stood up, distraught. "What? How? That's impossible." Distraught means worried, or he became more disturbed. To see the wife more confused. Now what happens? We are going to see, children, in the next part of the story. That means the necklace part 2. Till then, you are going to complete textual question number 1 and question number 2 in your classwork notebook.